So I've trimmed all this down. You'll see now we're down to 5 minutes. And this is your audio file right here. You can see it's 1.9 minutes. It's about 2 minutes long. So we're going to trim all this stuff out. We have like 10 to 15 seconds of intro right here before we get into this audio file update for you. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of stuff, editing techniques and stuff here. So from the previous video, we saw that I deleted out a lot of the other audio from the other interview. So I just tap here, hit delete right there. That shortens it down. We're now down to 454. Okay. Now if we listen to this here, okay, so this has a little open at the end. And right here, I'm going to cheat a little bit. So this is our original audio file with my introduction.
Welcome back to thisweekinpickleball.com. This is Randall, the producer, coming to you live from the deepest, darkest corners of the internet.
Okay, so I'm going to use this little open here. And then when it says, I'm going to chop this first part off here until it says, this is Randall, the producer. I'm going to trim this up here.
All right, welcome back to the Average Joe podcast show. This is, all right, welcome.
So where it says this is, I'm going to trim that off. So I zoom in a little bit so we can get this a little bit more visible for us. Okay.
Podcast show. This is.
So right there, this is. So I'm going to go option click and option click. And then I'm just going to slide the mouse over and that boom goes down right there. Okay, so I cut the show off a little bit. So I want to get it right when it says show. I want that to stop before I say this is. And so this is fading this. So if you'll see this when it comes down here, it's fading.
Podcast show. All right, welcome back.
You can hear the this is, the.
Podcast show. All right, well,
did you hear that? The
podcast show. All right.
Okay, and then this welcomes us back, so I don't need the welcome again because I just did it here. So let's listen to this.
All right, welcome back to thisweekinpickleball.com. This is Randall.
So right where it says this is.
This is Randall. This is Randall.
Right there. Okay. So basically, I wonder if I can just chop that. So I'll go Command B. That cuts there. And instead of just deleting this, because I could delete it and it disappear, I'm just going to move it here for right now, just because in case I need it again. I'll bring this down here. I'm going to slide this over. And this is a little bit of mixing here. So I'm going to, with this little thing here, you can see this little line here tells us that we're fading in. Right here, we're fading out. So we're just crossing the two different audio files, and I'm going to line them up here so hopefully they match. This one's a little bit faster, so hopefully the listener will just hear the energy pick up. Won't notice anything, especially. And the other thing that helps here is the music should help to cover this edit.
Back to the Average Joe podcast show. This is Randall, the producer, coming to you. This is Randall, the producer, coming to you live. This is Randall, the producer, podcast show. This is Randall, the producer, coming to you live from the deepest, darkest corners of the internet. All right, welcome back to the Average Joe podcast show. This is Randall, the producer, coming to you live from the deepest, darkest corners.
And so there's that music goes quiet because this music is ending here and starting here. So I'm just going to click here, and this music will, again, the same idea here. As this music here is fading out, right? This music is starting.
All right, welcome back to the Average Joe podcast show. This is Randall, the producer, coming to you live from the deepest, darkest corners of.
I'm going to put that more on the beat right here. Come on, there you go. So this beat is going to be more on this audio right here.
The Average Joe podcast show. This is Randall, the producer, coming to you live.
Slide that over a little bit.
Show. This is Randall, the producer, coming to you live from the deepest, darkest corners of the internet. We are in the show. This is Randall, the producer, coming to you live from the deepest, darkest corners of the internet. We are in the underbelly of the sports world.
So I'm going to delete this out because I don't need it. That was for the other one. And you'll see this later at the end of the video. Okay. And so I don't need two of these. So I'm just going to delete one, and then I'm going to make it longer. Okay. So it was probably, so you need like 4 seconds in there, because they were both about 2 seconds long.
Cast show. This is Randall, the producer, coming to you live from the deepest, darkest corners of the internet. We are in the underbelly of the sports world. We have landed in Tampa Bay.
You've landed in Tampa Bay. Now I've got some other artwork that you haven't seen quite yet. Maybe I'll have sent this to you by the time you watch this video, though. So we've got we've landed in Tampa Bay. So I'm going to put that where I said landed in Tampa Bay. And then this is just version 2. It actually says the Simone Jardim Florida Grand Slam. And then get ready for this. Voila.
Hey, Cookie Kevin.
Oops. Voila. This one's yours. Instead of Cookie Kevin, Cookie the Kevin monster. You can be a monster sometimes. So we're just going to grab these 3 right here. So click, click. And then we're going to drag and drop these into here. This is our palette. They're all right there. Okay, so I'm going to grab the first one that says Tampa Bay. So click off of there, select this one, drag and drop it down here. Boom. So it defaults to about 4 seconds. Let's see how that looks.
We are in the underbelly of the sports world. We have landed in Tampa Bay.
Okay, now I need to adjust this. So I go up here. This is the crop tool. Okay, and so this is just the effect Ken Burns. It's just going from top to bottom here. So I'm just going to do fit. There we go.
In the underbelly of the sports world, we have landed in Tampa Bay, and the world.
Let's see. So I could get away with this just being black here, but let me try something here. I'm going to make this a little bit longer here, so that's I'll just double it to 8 seconds. Okay, this is just click and drag with the mouse. Click here, select. I'm just going to drag this up here. This is what makes this so easy, and this is why I think that you can edit pretty easily. You're just basically using the mouse to tell all these pieces where to go. Okay, so this will come here.
In the underbelly of the sports world, we have landed in Tampa Bay. In the underbelly.
I'm going to shorten this up here.
Landed in Tampa Bay.
So that appears on the screen just before I say Tampa Bay, which is fine. I'm going to click here. I'm going to come here. And this, right now, this is called a cutaway or cover video because it's covering, it's going to cover this right here. So you'll see here, it goes from that to that. So it's covering this video right there. Except for I'm going to go split screen. I could do picture in picture. Let me see what picture in picture looks like. This might not work as well as I thought. So let me just Command Z, undo, 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 undo. So now I just went back a couple of steps. So now I'm back here to our 4-second time right here. 4-second clip.
In the underbelly of the sports world, we have landed in Tampa Bay.
I might just bring this here like this. Bring this out to about there. So that looks
We have landed in Tampa Bay, and we landed in Tampa Bay, and the world of pickleball.
I'm just going to stretch this out so you get to spend a little more time with this.
In Tampa Bay and the world of Pickleball Landia, and we are in the final day of competition of the 2021 Simone Jardim.
So since this one actually says Simone, I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to click on this because remember this one says Simone right here. And so I'm just going to come down here and I'm going to come over here. Okay. And
final day of competition.
I'm going to do something here. So I'm going to get rid of this thing down here. So I'm just going to drag this down to the what they call the main timeline. The main timeline here. This is going to come over here. And this little marker right here means that this is attached to this file. Okay, so I don't want this. This is from the old story, so I'm going to click and just hit delete. Okay. Again, that is going to come up really big, so let's see. I'll go into crop here. We'll do Ken Burns. If you don't know, Ken Burns is a famous PBS documentary. Well, he's a documentary producer that's basically has all this stuff on PBS. So, okay, so I'm just going to bring this all the way up here. He did like the Civil War. He did baseball. And this was a technique. I don't know. It's called pan and scan as well, when you just take a photo and you move in on the photo, right? Okay. So I don't know if he created it, but he's associated with it pretty prevalently. So basically it's going to start there and then come in. These are just kind of guide wires to tell you, okay, that's centered right about there. And it's not for our purposes here, so I'm just going to move it over and eyeball it. And then I can play it. So you can see what it looks like.
This is the second stop of the 2021 Simone Jardim, Florida Grand.
Okay, let me see here. Let me try one more thing. I'm going to click on media, come here. Instead of a cutaway, I'm going to do a split screen. See what that looks like. There we go. And let's see, let me have it come in and do 0.5. So it takes a half a second to come on the screen. And then it'll leave.
2021 Simone Jardim, Florida Grand.
I don't know if you noticed, but it changes right here.
21 Simone Jardim.
So this ball went from big to small. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to look at this first, though. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Delete this one. It's 4.3 seconds. So I'm going to add 4.3 seconds to this here.
Landia, and we are in the final day of competition of the 2021 Simone Jardim.
Move this over here. Boom.
Competition of the 2021 Simone Jardim, Florida Grand Slam.
And then there's some little sound effects. It's like a jet flyby. I like to put when I do some animation here. So sound will match up to the pictures.
21 Simone Jardim, Florida Grand Slam. This is the second stop of the professional tour.
And I'll leave that a little bit longer.
Florida Grand Slam. This is the second stop of the professional tour.
I'm going to fix this. If this is raw, we could just put this out. That's just fine.
Florida Grand Slam. This is the second stop of the Grand Slam. This is the second stop of the.
So right there is where I make the mistake. So I'm gonna select the audio file so you can tell because that's yellow there. Command B.
Stop of the professional.
And I'm just gonna take that out.
Stop. This is the second stop of the Florida Grand Slam. This is the second stop of the.
And there's just a little audio hiccup there, so I'm just going to do this, trim that a little bit.
This is the second stop of the professional.
Tighten that up a little bit. So I'm just fading this audio out, and I'm fading this audio up, and butting them together.
This is the second stop of the professional tour.
So now it sounds like
Florida Grand Slam. This is the second stop of the professional tour for 2021. We've got our intrepid reporter.
Now, if I wanted to, I could get some PPA graphics and all that sort of stuff. But anyways, here's where you come in, Cookie Kevin.
Cookie Kevin.
So let me come up here. We'll end with this. You get the idea. So I'm going to bring this in here. And watch this. So
on the scene, we have a breaking news reporter, Cookie Kevin.
Right where it says Cookie Kevin, I'm coming over here. Okay, so I'm going to tap here. So I'm just going to rename this Cookie. Okay. And then Kevin. Just change the color. I come up there. Here's a color palette. Let's see if that works. Kevin, we'll leave that there like that. And let's see, can we see if we can try something here? There we go. So we're gonna put you into, again, in an advanced editing program, I can just copy and paste this effect right here that I already did, the Ken Burns effect, and I wouldn't have to come in and redo this. So this takes up a little bit more time here, since this isn't quite the powerful. It does a lot, but it's not. It's powerful, let's say. Some of the others, and this is going to go right up, so you'll be the main. Well, not the main course, but the main man here.
Reporter Cookie Kevin on the scene. We have a breaking news on the scene.
Okay, and I'm going to bring this so it slides in. I want that to slide in. How do I want to do that? Let's try it. So not a cutaway. Split screen from the left. Half a second, 0.5, enter. We'll come back here, play it back.
Cookie Kevin on the scene. We have a breaking news. On the scene. We have a breaking news. Upset alert, upset alert.
And let's see here.
Cookie Kevin on the scene. We have a breaking news. Upset alert, upset alert. Upset alert. Cookie Kevin on the scene. We have a breaking news. Upset alert, upset alert. Cookie.
Okay, so you get the idea. It's probably gone way too long. I'll trim this up and you'll see what the finished product sounds like. Thank you. Bye-bye.